Hi guys! Today we're going to talk about the differences between viruses and bacteria. We're going to be geeking over them. Stay with me, geek with me. So, viruses are not considered living organisms. They are not made out of cells, they are infectious agents that are completely dependent on a host to survive and to multiply. They do not have their own metabolic machine. Um, they mooch off of the host's metabolic machine, so they're lazy too. And they do not have cytoplasm, they do not have organelles, uh, they only have like a capsid, which which is made out of proteins. And genetic material that can be either DNA or RNA, but it can't be both. The genetic material consists of a molecule or more of DNA or RNA that can be double stranded or single stranded, and it can be either circular or linear. For those wondering. Anyway, and viruses are much smaller than bacteria. They can only be seen using the electron microscope. Now we're talking about bacteria. What are bacteria? Bacteria are special snowflakes. They are not like viruses. Um, they are living organisms. They are typically a single cell, and it has its own metabolic machine, and it also has genetic material. The genetic material is made out of a molecule of DNA that is double stranded and circular. Bacteria also have a membrane that can be made out of lipopolysaccharides, and a cell walls made out of peptidoglycans. And the bacteria are capable of both anabolism, which means synthesis of substances, and catabolism, degradation of substances from complex substances to simpler substances in the case of catabolism. Mm, yeah. Oh. What do I want? Okay. I forgot what else I wanted to say about that part of the topic, but um, I remember that viral infections are very different compared to bacterial infections. Now, when when we get bacterial infections, we use antibiotics, but we cannot treat them with antiviral medication. Why? Because antibiotics target the growth mechanism of bacteria, and the growth mechanism of bacteria differs very much from the growth mechanism of viruses, and viruses are different structure wise too compared to bacteria. Mm. Oh, if you take antibiotics when it's not needed, then bacteria can become resistant to antibiotics. Now, when do we use antiviral medication? I did mention before that we use it in case of a viral infection, but how does it work? Well, the antiviral medication basically blocks the receptors, it inhibits the receptors of the virus, the receptors that try to bind to the living host cells. So, yeah. So basically, the virus tries to enter the host cells to infect them and multiply and have a siesta, but they have to find the host cells first. So let's say the host cells wear cool siesta hats or masks, and the viruses try to identify the party goers by masks, but the antiviral medicine basically takes the masks away or puts another mask over the mask so that they cannot be identified. That's pretty cool. Now what else? Oh, and once the viruses cannot infect the cells, or they cannot enter the cells or infect them, they cannot multiply, and everything is okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, did you know, guys, that some bacteria can be beneficial to you? I mean, there are some very bad bacteria that causes illness, but the bacteria from the intestinal tract, um, or the bacterial microbiome, is very helpful. It helps with digestion. It's it's good. That's what I heard. I read about it. And there are more viruses that are harmful. Um, Bacteria can be either good or bad. Viruses are mostly bad, but I found an example of a good virus. The type of virus that infects bacteria, and it is called bacteriophage. Uh, Bacteriophages are this type of virus. It infects the bacteria, and get this, it is used as a type of therapy against the bacteria that has become resistant to antibiotics. That's pretty cool. I read about it. It's cool. And now what else? Oh, now bonus info. Bonus info. So bonus stuff to know. Did you guys know about virions? So virions are smaller than viruses. They do not have a capsid made out of proteins. So they do not have a capsid, period. Not like viruses, because they are even less of a special snowflake. Okay. So and mm, they are made out of RNA only. As I mentioned, they do not have a capsid. They are much smaller, and they infect only plants. That's all. That's all I learned. It was cool. I loved telling you this. Bye. Take care.